Hey everybody, I'm here in South Palm Springs this morning to take my walk in a neighborhood called Safari Park. It's a mobile home park, mobile and manufactured homes, not to be confused with the park that I walked in last year and showed you called Sahara Park. They're both in South Palm Springs, but they're about 3 miles away from each other. I haven't walked in this park yet and shared it on this channel, so that's what I'm going to do this morning. The sun is just coming up. It's actually Easter morning. So the reason I decided to walk in this neighborhood this morning, well, there's two reasons. One is that some of you may remember when I took my walk up in the hills on the Airb Trail, I don't know, a few months ago, I guess. From up on the hill, I could look down and see this mobile home park. And I mentioned to you that I once met someone very famous who lived here in this park. And I said that at some point I would come and take a walk in this park and show you where she once lived. She was an actress, a singer and an actress. So I'm going to do that today, but the main reason I'm here today is because I want to show you that there still are neighborhoods, even here in California, in Palm Springs, where you can still buy a very nice home for under $100,000. Now, they are mobile or manufactured homes. Well, in the price range under $100,000, I'm guessing they're probably all mobile homes. The manufactured homes, the newer homes, like the one this actress lived in, are typically above $100,000. And these are pretty small, but this is one of the best locations for a neighborhood in all of Palm Springs, well, all of the desert area here. And the reason it's such a nice location is, I think I probably mentioned this before as well, is that a lot of the mobile home parks were here first. So they got their pick of the best locations in the desert. So you'll find here in Palm Springs and in many of the cities here in the Coachella Valley, the mobile home parks that got here back in the 50s and 60s have the best locations. So it's pretty cool to be able to still be able to buy a home for under $100,000 in one of the best locations in Palm Springs. Before coming here this morning, I did check the online real estate websites just to see if there were any homes here for sale. And there are a handful of homes here. Not all are under $100,000. I think there were 2 or 3 under $100,000. And there might be more that just aren't listed. They might just be for sale by owner. So I just thought, well, this would be a great place to come this morning, and it'd be a really nice walk. And I know a lot of you like coming along with me on my walk, so it's a pretty park. It's not gated. Now, it is a 55 plus park, and the problem with a lot of the 55 plus communities here is that they are gated, and there's no way for me to get in and take my walk. So I'm happy that this park is not gated, so I can walk around and show you what some of these homes look like that are for sale for under $100,000. So for all of you who are curious who this famous singer and actress was, she's no longer with us. She died in 2018 at the age of 87. She got her start as a jazz singer, and then in later years she also became an actress and was in 2 of the most classic, most famous movies ever filmed. For those of you who don't know who I'm talking about singer and actress Morgana King. She played Mama Corleone in the 1972 classic The Godfather. And she also appeared in the sequel, The Godfather 2, in 1974. And she lived right here toward the end of her life in this manufactured home in Safari Park. And the way I know for sure is because I actually met her at her house. She was a friend of a friend, and she was a real character, and she was a real tough cookie. She was actually selling her home at the time, and at that point, I think it was well under $100,000. This was 10, 15 years ago, and the house is beautiful. It was built in 2006, and I think I must have met her at the house in 2007 or 8, somewhere around that. I really don't remember exactly the year that I met her, but the home was practically new, and I think she had just lived there maybe for a couple of years, and she was selling it, and she was going on about how she had already fired, a handful of real estate agents because she didn't like them. She didn't feel like they were doing a good job. And apparently she finally sold the house. And she was a character, and she was very proud of being a real you-know-what. I mean, she called her, I'm not going to call her what she called herself, but she was definitely a tough cookie, one tough cookie. And so I'll show you her house. But the main reason I'm here is to show you what you can buy still in California in 2025 for under $100,000. So let's go take a look. The light at the end of the street here at the corner is East Palm Canyon Drive, or Highway 111. And I forgot to look to see what street this is, but as you can see, it's right behind the BMW dealership, and it's right here, just a block off of Palm Canyon Drive. It's a fairly large park. I think I'm just going to walk a zigzag up and down the streets. This is the main street, Santa Monica, and I'm going to make a left here on Newport Drive and just zigzag up and down all of these streets. The Clubhouse is in the middle of the community. Now, you don't own the land here, so you own the house. You can buy the homes and you own the homes, but you don't own the land. It's space rent that you pay to the park. I believe the real estate websites said it was around $750 a month. And look, I don't know if you can see up on the top of the hill there, that's Bob Hope's former home. And when I took the Airb Trail, that's where it leads, up to right behind his house. So from this park, you have a beautiful view of Bob Hope's former Palm Springs home. The space rents usually include things like trash and water and sometimes electricity, but not always, because electricity here in the desert in the summer can be very, very expensive. So if you're curious, you can check online. You can call the park if you want to know exactly what's included in the space rent or lot rent. And it wouldn't be a Palm Springs mobile home park without a couple of pink flamingos, although these are kind of red, aren't they? It's early, so probably the only people I'm going to see are people out walking their dogs. So I'll zigzag up and down here. You see some of these are older, like 1950s, 1960s. Like the other parks I've shown you, they're really nicely kept, and a lot of the homes have been remodeled and are really, really pretty cool. Okay, it looks like this one is for sale, $192. What street am I on? I didn't even notice. Okay, this is Malibu. I think I'm going to keep zigzagging on this side of the street, and then I'll zigzag on that side of the street after I've gone all the way down to the end of this street, which is, as you can see, pretty long street. I remember when this one was for sale and I took a tour with someone. It was really nice. Okay, this is Balboa Drive. In fact, a lot of these are really, really nice inside. I've seen a lot of them over the years. I've known people who lived here, and I've taken tours of the interiors. Okay, so this one's for sale by owner. And what street am I on? Balboa. Look at these beautiful mountain views, huh? Now, some of these have their own laundry rooms inside, but for those that don't, there are a couple of these laundry rooms. I think this is one of the laundry rooms throughout the community. This is a nice, newer one. Oh, actually, this is the one. Okay. You can see right here, it says Casa Morgana. Casa Morgana. For Morgana King. Isn't that cool? $179. Now this just sold, I think, for a little over $200,000 this year, just in the last month or so. Let me walk around the other side. It was very beautiful inside. I remember being very impressed. So she was right across the way from the laundry facilities. Birds are waking up. I thought I was on the last street, but I guess there's a couple of other streets back here, so Let's go back and see what's here. Oh, I thought it was on the last street. Maybe this is a dead end here. It's a pretty big community. That's a nice one. So this is the corner of Lagona Drive and Newport Drive. Oh, actually, let me go back. I didn't walk. I made a left instead of a right. It's a cute patio here. I'm trying not to talk too loud. I don't want to wake people up. I mean, it is early on a Sunday morning. Santa Paula Street. I'll come back and zigzag on these streets here. I think this is the back of the clubhouse. Yeah, this is the clubhouse here. I'm back on the main street. It's quite a large clubhouse there, isn't it? And the pool is right behind this part of the clubhouse. Let's see if we can get a look. I'm sure the gate's probably locked, but we might be able to get a look at the pool from here. Looks like they've got shuffleboard or some other kind of games there. Well, this is a map. It definitely has seen better days. I'm sure they'll be replacing this soon, but you can see how large the community is. Santa Monica, this is where I came in. Let's see if anything's Safari Park home sales only. Okay, 125, 134. I don't have my glasses. 69.9. 77 Santa Monica. Oh boy. Yeah, without my glasses, these are kind of hard to read. Is that 80 something? 105. 147. Yeah, and this one looks like I without my glasses I can't tell for sure, but it looks like it's around 94 or something, and that's 192 Malibu. So I don't think that's everything, but that's a few places. So if you're interested, here's some of the information on the park. And because it's a 55 plus community, there's always lots of fun, interesting things going on for residents. One of the pluses of living in a 55 plus park. Always lots of activities. Okay, so now we're on Safari Park Drive. Another newer one here on the corner. This is Santa Paula Street, this cross street here. Here's another one for sale. This is 117. Now some of these are only 300-400 square feet. So, but you can see some of these actually are larger too. I think the 300-400 square feet models are the ones that are like the older ones, like this here. Single wide. Alright, so this is not a through street. Okay, so we'll go back the other way. That one's got a nice yard. Here's a really pretty newer manufactured home here. So in parks like this, where you don't own the land, you, like I started to say earlier, you purchase the home, the mobile home or manufactured home, and then you pay a monthly space rent. But because these are affordable, usually very affordable homes, under 100,000, many people just pay cash for the home, and then you have your 7. Oh yeah, that's fun. Okay, I guess I can go up these stairs here. You're paying, $750 or so for the space rent each month, and that may seem like a lot to some of you, but when you consider if you own your own home, you might, with property taxes here in California, you might be paying more than that a month just in your property taxes. So even though you own your home and you own the land that your home is on, with a traditional home, you might have a monthly property tax that's equal to what you'd pay for space rent here. So you really have to just do the numbers and see which is more affordable. All right, so that was Simeon Drive. So you might find that it's actually cheaper to own a home like this and pay space rent than it would be to own a more expensive home and pay more in property taxes. Just really depends. Oh, let's see, Carmel Drive. Let's walk up to the end of this street here. In California, our property taxes are 1% of the home price, but then cities and counties and all kinds of other municipalities can add on their own little taxes. So I think it usually comes up to more like 1.5%. I mean, don't quote me on any of this. This is just what I'm remembering. I could be wrong. And every state has different property taxes. That's kind of cool. Okay, San Simeon again. Now, I think this street here goes outside of the park. I don't think that's part of the park up there. All right, so let me walk back. I don't know where that goes. And I'll walk across the main street. I'll probably have to come back on this side because I think I missed some streets along the way here. It's not exactly laid out in a grid. Okay, so I'll go to the other side of Santa Monica Street, the main street here, and I'll zigzag on this side. So this would be the north side. I was on the south side of the street. Another pink flamingo. We'll see if there are any for sale on this side. Okay, looks like, okay, so they've got a nice long street here. I don't know, maybe they don't have zigzagging, maybe they don't have streets going this way, maybe they're only going this way. So, we'll see. Nice patio. I don't know if you remember when I took that walk up the Airb Trail, but I walked below those condos right there. So the trail goes right along the side of the mountain there, all the way to Bob Hope's former home there. And that cross that I saw where, oh, there it is, actually. Remember if you saw that video where I saw the cross where someone looked like had died? There it is. Can you see it? Alright, so that's where I was when I was walking and showing you the community here down below. And this is another mobile home park here. It's an all-age park, and I'll walk there. I don't know if I'll walk there today or if I'll come back on another day, but I'll walk over there as well. There are also a number of homes there, mobile homes, manufactured homes, tiny homes that you can purchase for under $100,000. And then this is the back side of the BMW dealership. I think it's a BMW dealership. You can see these are much older homes. These are probably 1950s, 1960s, some of these. I guess I'll walk all the way down to the end of this street here, and then I'll walk back on the center street. That's very colorful. That's fun. Also very colorful. A nice size yard. Look at that. Unfortunately, I'm walking right into the sun, so it's difficult to see some of these homes here. So are you surprised to learn that you can still buy such affordable homes here in California, right here in Palm Springs, the city of Palm Springs? That's really pretty, isn't it? All right, this is Lagona Drive. Let me go down to the end here, and then I'll come back and zigzag around. Looks like they've added an addition here, or they're in the middle of adding this addition. This is nice. Oh wow, interesting. And like I think I said earlier, when Morgana King was living here, 10, 15 years ago, the homes here were selling for $25,000, $50,000, so they've gone up a lot. Everything has gone up dramatically here in Palm Springs, but still, at under $100,000, that's still very affordable, since I think the average or median price of a home here in Palm Springs is $1 million. So under $100,000 is definitely still very affordable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure her house was half the price that it just sold for. It just sold for, I think, $200,000, and it was probably $75,000 back then when I visited her at that house. This is a cute lavender house here. All right, so we're at the end of the street here. Oh, here's one for sale by owner. He's having a patio sale. Good morning.
Hi.
How much are you asking for your house?
75.
75. Not a bad price. What's this?
Is this on video?
The lot rent, yeah. What's the lot rent here? Is it $750 a month? And that includes what? Water, trash?
Water, trash, what else? That's about it. Water, trash. Not electric. You gotta pay that
electric,
separately.
Yeah. The electric's pretty high, isn't it, on these because of the not a lot of insulation?
It can't be, yeah.
Yeah, like,
some of them are solar.
Oh, it has solar?
No, it does not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think a lot of them, the roofs don't support the solar, right?
Right, so you put it on the patio.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Yeah, they're getting smaller and smaller all the time. So, all right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, sure. What's your podcast?
It's actually a YouTube video. It's called The Retired Life with Steve.
I think I might have watched it.
Yeah?
Yeah. You walk around Palm Springs?
Yeah. It used to be called Steve in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
But it's not just Palm Springs. It's really more about just being retired. And I used to know people who lived here, and I was just curious what's for sale. And I know a lot of my viewers, a lot of them want to move here. Yeah. And they're looking for places. And I think a lot of them are going to be very surprised to learn that you can buy something in Palm Springs still for under $100,000.
Yeah, there's about 5 of them in here right now.
Yeah.
I just have to do it quickly. So
yeah.
That's about half price.
Yeah, you probably could get what you're thinking, like twice that.
Yeah, 130.
Yeah, but you're kind of trying to get a quick sale. Yeah, 75. That does seem very reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. What year was this built?
64.
1964. Cool. All right. Well, thank you.
Check on it. See if I can cough up the money by some source.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
So do you plan?
I'm back to Santa Monica. I thought there was another street that went down the center. In fact, I'm sure there was. So I'm going to have to zigzag down one of these cross streets, and then it must be in the middle there. All the cactus here. So yeah, so the for sale by owner, I guess if they're looking for a quick sale, you can get something for quite a bit under $100,000. Now this one straight ahead, this looks pretty new and pretty large as well. You do have to be qualified by the park to live here. In fact, all of the 55 plus parks you have to be qualified. They just want to make sure you have enough income to actually be able to afford to live here and pay the space rent or lot rent. And they want to make sure, I guess, caution, Democrat with attitude. I like that. Okay, so this street here, Lagona Drive, let's go down this direction. The weather is really nice this morning. It's when I started walking, my car said that it was 60 degrees, but in the sun it feels a lot warmer. And there's no wind. All right, Santa Maria. All right, we'll go down this street here. That's an older home there. That's pretty. Very beautiful Easter Sunday. Now, you may not be watching this for another week or two. Sometimes I film these a week or so before I post them. But today is Easter Sunday. Very beautiful Easter Sunday here in Palm Springs. Oh, look at all these tiki torches. Very artistic. Little privacy hedge there. There's a newer one. What's behind the green door? Happy Easter. Oh, here's a cute mailbox. Horse. Must be a horse lover. What a great patio, huh? So, views. Oh, sit right here on the patio and look at Bob Hope's farmer home there. These beautiful mountain views. And that's the clubhouse right there to the left. Actually, quite a few people up this morning, up very early. Well, I guess they're probably like me, a lot of old timers like me. We go to bed early and we're up very early. So this one here, this looks pretty. This is for sale. Looks like they had windows there that maybe well, I don't know, maybe not. No information. I was hoping that maybe some of these would have the sales sheets. But so far I haven't seen any sales sheets that show the information other than what I showed you on the board at the clubhouse. Is this a turkey or looks like a parrot? Alright, so I think I'll go back up here and go down a couple of the streets that I think I missed as I walk back to the car. I was just thinking about what that guy said about the solar panels, and I was saying that they were probably too heavy to go on the roof, but I've been watching so many videos lately of people who live in their vans, and almost all of them have solar panels on top of their vans. So I guess technology has changed a lot since a friend of mine was living in a mobile home years ago and wanted to have solar panels, and the solar panel company said they were just too heavy for the mobile home roofs. And I just remembered that, but that was probably a decade ago, and I'm guessing technology has changed enough that, well, let's go down. This one is Simeon Drive. I don't know, it doesn't say it's a dead end, so we'll see where it takes us. But if you can put a solar panel on the top of your car, I'm sure you can put one in on your mobile home or manufactured home. Morning. This is a nice street here. So I have no idea where I'm going. I guess this just goes back probably to Newport Drive, I think. This one has a really nice yard. This was the street that dead ended, and then I came up the stairs. Let me go on the other side and I'll come back and go up. I think there was another street up above that I didn't get to when I came in. Okay, I guess all I missed on this side was the laundry room and restrooms. Community trash cans here. Oh, well, there is another one for sale here. No information though, no information box. Well, maybe there is an information box. Yeah, let's see which one this is. Okay. This This looks like 69,000, 69.9. Okay, this is number 77, and this is the main street here, the Santa Monica. It's a much older unit, but great location. Looks like it has a little bit of a backyard back there with beautiful mountain views. Helicopter going over. Alright, so I didn't go down this side of this street, I don't think. So let me go this way. Oh yeah, so this is behind the pool and the clubhouse. Looks like someone's actually in the pool now. Large pool. So these homes then are right across the street from the pool, which is nice. That's pretty. Morning. Let's see if I can get another one. The fence is much higher over here. So it's got a very pretty pool. I'm sure it's heated. Although in the summer it doesn't need to be heated, but right now it's probably still a little chilly if it wasn't heated. That's a pretty one. Yeah, so it looks like there's at least a handful of homes here that are on the market now for under 100,000. Might need to do a little work on some of these, just depends, but and I can't remember if I finished my thought earlier. I was talking about how these mobile homes, many of them that were built back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, they don't have a lot of insulation, so your AC bills in the summer can be quite high. That's why it'd be very good to have solar. Alright, so did I go down this one? I think I did walk down this one, and I think there was one more street behind it that I wasn't aware of. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so I'll go one more block up here to the left. And it looks like they probably have RV parking back there. I don't know if you can see on top of the homes there, behind the homes. Looks like some RVs, so that's probably most of the parks, mobile home parks, they do have RV parking because they go out on their RVs and they travel a lot with their RVs and they need a place to park them when they're not traveling. This one's really pretty. They've done a really nice job of remodeling and updating it. Looks very modern. Alright, so I'm back to the front gate. Someone who lives here stopped me and asked what I was doing and if I lived here, and I explained that I was looking to see what was available on the market. And that's one of the nice things about the 55 plus communities, I've mentioned that before, is that they do keep an eye out for each other, and there are a lot of retirees with a lot of free time, and so he was just checking to make sure that I wasn't up to anything I shouldn't be up to. So actually I think that's a plus. That's definitely a positive and a plus if you live in a community like this. There's always people looking out for you. So there wasn't too long of a walk. It wasn't as large a community as I thought it was, unless I missed a street or two, which is very possible. But anyway, as always, thanks for joining me today, and let me know what you think about this particular community and this walk. I think this would be a beautiful place to walk every morning if you lived here. And there's lots of areas around where you could walk, and the grocery store is just down the, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe a light or two, so you got a grocery store that's really close. The downtown Palm Springs is a little bit further away. It's about probably 7-8 miles, I think, to maybe 10 miles to downtown Palm Springs. You probably walk or ride your bicycle if you really like long walks. So I just wanted to show you that there are still very affordable options even here in California and here in Palm Springs, California. So let me know if any of you live here, if any of you end up buying here. I'm curious what you think. Do you have places like this where you live in other parts of the countries? Now, I'm guessing if it's this affordable here in Palm Springs, probably somewhere in the Midwest or the South, it's probably half this price or a quarter of this price. I mean, that'd be interesting to know. So yeah, share with us prices in mobile and manufactured home communities where you live, especially nice ones like this. It'd be interesting to compare notes and let others know. I know a lot of you are looking for affordable places to live, so this is one. And this is for all of you who asked about affordable living here in Palm Springs. Take care, everybody, and I hope to see you on the next video.
Perfect, perfect.